Welcome to Google Developers Live at I/O 2013. I'm Louis Gray, head of GDL, and joining me today is my co-host Daniel Seberg.
Louis, thanks so much for having me here at GDL Live at I/O 2013. This is actually my second I/O, and I believe it's your fourth,
It's
right?
my fourth I/O. I went twice as press, and this is my second year here as Googler. I'm really excited about what we've got in stage for GDL at I/O. We have exclusive interviews kicking off from the stage in Moscone, really back to back, right between every single session, so not a single minute is wasted for those of you on the live stream. Really excited about
absolutely.
that.
We've got 5,500 folks here, but lots more watching wherever you are. And part of my job will be to not only be here with you chatting on occasion, but to actually go out and talk to the developers in the sandboxes, our partners, learn from them about what they're working on, and bring that here. We'll see some of that content today and then some of it tomorrow as well.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that a great deal. You're going to be talking with partners from Google+, Drive, Maps, and YouTube. And while you're away doing the hard work, I'm going to be back here holding down the fort. We're going to be talking with Megan Smith of Google, who has a proven track record, who happens to be a woman. And you're doing a lot of great stuff with WTM, as we call it, with Women Tech Makers, and I'm glad that that's been an incredible focus.
Yeah, and Larry was just answering a question about getting more girls and boys, but girls into STEM technologies. I mean, there's so many jobs open that we don't have people for. We need a lot of people to come into our field, and this is a friend of mine, Nicholas Negroponte, once said, like, have you ever had a job? Meaning sort of, this is passion work that we do. It's not like required work. And so for young people to know about this work is really important. And the visibility of technical women is important, because technical women, for whatever reason, through media and others, have not been as visible as they should be, including later today we're going to talk about a history story at 5:30 at Pacific that nobody has ever heard pretty much at scale, so that should be fun.
Sure. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming and talking with me. We're going to be producing a lot of exclusive interviews with Googlers throughout the day. On Google Developers Live, we're going to be highlighting some of our partners in the sandboxes, and we have a lot more content. What we're going to be doing right next is we're going to be going back to the sessions, so start to see the live sessions from all the streams that you're looking at from Android, Chrome, and other technical topics. And then we'll be right back here at the GDL at I/O stage around 1:30 to talk about Blink with Chrome. So thank you very much, Megan.
Thanks everyone online for joining us.
Welcome. Today we talk about the future of Google Maps. In this session, we're going to show you a few more things of the demo you just saw in the keynote, and then we'll go into the new API things that Mano and Ken are going to talk about. Did you like the demo? Yeah. Good. Great. So my name is Bernie, and this is Yatin. He was the engineering lead on that project, and he's going to show you a few things. Thanks. So I thought we could look at 3 things that we couldn't show at the keynote. So one of the thing is the related places.
Our own KML file and have it integrated on Google Maps rather than just implementing Google Maps on our own website. Do you have additional features with the latest Google Maps version which allow for more context-specific retrieval of data in KML, or is there any sort of back and forth that we can do to allow for that interaction to be more intelligent?
We don't have anything to announce at this point around KML rendering in the new Google Maps. So certainly, you know, KML is a standard that we helped pioneer through Keyhole and then Google Earth, and we gave away to the world, and we're still committed to it, and it's a very exciting to us. Yeah. All right, thanks a lot, everyone, and see you in the sandbox.
That we focus a lot on is speed, right? And so when I'm scrolling a page on my phone, I want it to stick to my finger, and I want that experience to be fantastic. And with Blink, we have the opportunity to make some really kind of radical changes to the infrastructure of how a browser is put together to really deliver a fast and awesome user experience.
So one thing that's really interesting, you look at the web, and it was talked about today in today's keynote. We're on the 20th anniversary of the introduction of the web, and one of the things that's really helped the web grow and
their native platform. And so we've been pushing within the ecosystem, within the standards bodies, and really supporting that drive to make the web platform as powerful as possible. So.
Well, Paul and Alex, I appreciate you guys coming down today. I know you have a very busy Google I/O, really one of the hottest topics that's out there for the web and for Google in general. For those of you on the live stream, stay tuned. We have 4 more sessions coming your way, whether you're on the Android channel, Chrome channel, or the technical ones as well. And we'll be back right after those with more programming at Google Developers Live at I/O.
Hello, everyone. I think we're ready to get started. Welcome to Jankbusters. I'm Tom Wiltsius. I'm a PM on the Chrome graphics team.
I'm Nat Duca. I'm a graphics hacker on the Chrome team.
And we are here today to talk about Jank on the web, what it is and how to avoid it.
Yeah, so Jank, everybody has a screen in front of them probably. Jank really begins with the monitor, right? You've got this monitor in front of you, and it's designed to sort of trick your eye into this illusion of motion. And the way it does that is by updating a frame every couple milliseconds, right? And the trick is your eye wants to go at something like 40 hertz. And if you do that, then you'll perceive motion. And so monitors out there go anywhere from 30
especially considering how poor performance still is 6 years into smartphones on smartphones.
Totally.
But I can't help but look at these demos with, oh, make this a translate and then make this a 3D translate, and think about people who used underscores for their CSS variables to make IE7 not look at that one and look at a different one. It feels like we're introducing yet another web development snake dance, and I wonder if there's anything we can do to mitigate that, to think about our code bases as something that's going to live for longer than the 6 months that I'm on this project, and make it easy for people to maintain down the line.
Absolutely, and I mean, that's kind of the reason that we were saying what we were in response to the first question about like, oh, can we have a primitive for like layer promotion? And the reason that there's hesitancy to do that kind of thing is because, again, so directly targeting implementation details of the browser, you end up in a world of pain later where like, oh, I don't really care about whatever IE7 so much anymore, but now my code base is all kind of split up because of that. And that's the kind of thing we don't want to do. We want to stay as semantic as possible so that future versions of the browser don't need to handle these kind of weird cases that were targeted very much at implementations.
If there's one thing to keep in the back of your head, it's this. Probably for the next couple of years, it's going to be messy. And so having your infrastructure on your project be set up to deliver custom CSS or in some way handle special casing for different browsers is the probably unfortunate reality of our platform at this time. And that really stinks, and we all know that we need to do better. But you will find quirks that you need to apply for Safari different than, say, Chrome, that are different from, say, Android, the old Android WebView or something like that. So I would plan for the possibility of needing to do that. How are we doing? We got probably one more question.
1 minute, so one more question.
Especially as we're long-winded.
Hi, you talked about permanent vigilance. Can you tell us how Google
that are sort of interesting cases for whatever reason that we're worried about improving performance of or regressing performance against, and we run sort of banks of that content with this harness, and we have like performance waterfalls.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Hopefully that is compelling.
Well, thanks everybody so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks
good
again.
luck dejanking.
Computing, things that are telling you about the world around you, helping you explore, but without necessarily using an app in kind of a conventional sense.
Now, you have a history of working with startups anyway. I mean, you came from Keyhole with the Google acquisition of Keyhole and really became kind of the backbone of Google Earth and a lot of the other work that we've done. It really seems you have a passion for maps. Help us understand how both of those projects, Ingress and Field Trip put together, are helping Google's location information.
To kind of the new wave of devices that will be coming, wearables.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you taking the time, John. I know we've been real quick jumping into Ingress and Field Trip. For those of you who haven't downloaded those apps already, definitely check them out. We have more exclusive GDL.io content coming. We'll be talking about Google Now with Bears Gultaken at 3:25. So please stay on the streams and enjoy your sessions. We'll be right back.
We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. Way too many features to really cover in depth, but you can follow me on Google+, you can follow me on Twitter, or check out some of the articles I've written on HTML5 Rocks, which will discuss some of these technologies and APIs more in depth. So Plane got more awesome. I stood on stage last year and sort of gave a rundown of really cool features. And there's a ton of stuff that have come since last year, in the last 6 months, even in the last 3 months. Web Components is now a thing. There's a lot of stuff landing under this umbrella in the browser. You saw some at the keynote. There's a couple sessions on this tomorrow, including one that I'm giving. Really exciting, awesome technologies under that umbrella. WebRTC, now on mobile, now everywhere. Data Channel API for doing binary streaming peer-to-peer is a thing now. Web Audio API. Are implemented. So that's really great. Turn to HTML5 Rocks. My team helps write articles for that, and we try to cover some of this new stuff so you can learn about it. I'm going to plug Chrome status again. It's not just Chrome. We're trying to do this for all browser vendors and sort of get the lay of the land so you can follow things. There's bugs, there's version numbers. It's really, really handy. So I really appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for everyone tuning in the live stream. This presentation is going to be up at moreawesomeweb.com. I might not have enough time for questions here, but feel free to hit me up at office hours or visit me on one of those social channels there. Thank you guys, really appreciate it.
Welcome back to Google Developers Live at I/O from Moscone Center here in San Francisco. I'm Louis Gray from Google Developers Live. I'm joined today by Baris Gultakin, who's working on Google Now.
Yes.
Welcome, sir.
Hi, thank you.
And you're the Director of Product Management in the search team, focused on Google Now. Google Now has really been incredible, I think, in a revolution in search, to have the card-based capability and some of the automation that you're doing, and really trying to anticipate what it is the user's looking for and tell them just at the right time. So I know we have a good chunk of time to talk about it today at GDL.io. Thank you for joining me. Maybe you can give us a little bit of background on the project and how it came to be.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you. It's exciting to be
I'll often run into my daughter holding up a Nexus 7 tablet to her face and saying, Google, show me videos of sea turtles.
That's great.
And if it doesn't load, like if there's a problem with the cloud, she's like, ugh. She's like, Google, show me videos of sea turtles, until they all come up and she's on her way. And so it's just been, you look at the evolution of it and the fact that we're able to take all of these things for granted to be right there is just stunning. And I look at Google Now with its cards and the fact that it is only a year old and how far we've come. And it's been really incredible to watch. I definitely appreciate you coming on the GDL.io stage to talk about it, and I hope we can see really incredible stuff for year 2. And when we definitely will be bringing you back.
I can't wait. We believe the potential is so high and we're just starting, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, so definitely thank you for taking all the time with me, Baris. I really appreciate that. For those of you on the live stream, if you want to see great GDL content the rest of the year, subscribe to Google Developers on YouTube and check out developers.google.com/live. We'll be back here at 4:30 talking about performance on Chrome.
On your local machine. One way or another, it's particularly easy on the desktop. It lends itself to it. But when you actually start working on the mobile web, you realize a lot of this isn't quite the same. It's not the case. Now, regardless of what your specific workflow is, I'd say you could probably put most of the parts of what you do into these 4 categories. You're going to have a setup stage, whether you're picking what tools, what source control, staging server, production server, all those kinds of things. Then you're going to obviously have the bulk of the work, the hard bit, developing. Development of your next project, you're going to see more tools come out that are going to change the way you work or make things easier. Maybe even the case that you guys are actually making the tools for this. So I hope you enjoyed my talk. That's all I wanted to say.
Welcome back to Google Developers Live at I/O. I'm Louis Gray from GDL, and I have with me two distinguished guests, Colt McCandless and Ilya Grigorek. Thank you for coming, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us. Thanks.
And we're here to talk about web performance today. And if you remember from the keynote, it seems like so long ago now, but it was only about 5 to 6 hours. We were talking about performance and speed and simplicity and all those things that really are part of Chrome and really part of everything that Google is doing with our approach to the web. And so I'm really happy to have Colt and Ilya on here. Both of them have spoken a lot about making the web faster and Chrome tools that'll get the job done to make everything go more quickly for the web platform. So I wanted to just get really started. Web performance is really all of what we do at I/O and through the rest of the year.
A user visiting a website has a different sort of expectation when they visit on mobile than they do on desktop. And so decreasing the load time, increasing the performance is going to be critical for these guys to stay afloat as the technology moves forward.
Yep. Cool. Well, I know we actually did this pretty fast. It's good for guys who are doing performance to talk quick. And I appreciate your performance on it. I appreciate you joining us at GDL at I/O. For those of you on the live stream, we're going to get back to your sessions next. And follow us again. We'll be at GDL at I/O again at 5:20 talking about Drive. See you there.
As the internet itself, so we're excited to talk about a new technique we've got. So what are we talking about today? Well, first, we're proposing an extension to a web standard called autocomplete. And secondly, we're going to show you the implementation that we have going in Chrome, which is partially a proof of concept and partially something that we hope to launch sooner rather than later. So without further ado, I'm going to cut straight to the chase and give you a demo of what we have going on. I'm a new user on this website. This is a site that sells booze-related accessories. I don't know how to even pronounce the name of this site. I've never been here, but this looks
Sure. The expiration date on the credit card is, the question was for everyone streaming live, what about expiration dates on the credit card if you do an auth and then it expires before you can capture the funds? The expiration date is set up as such to give you enough time to do that. So that would not be an issue.
All right. I think we're over.
Right. Yes, we're done. Over, even.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Google Developers Live at I/O from Moscone here at Google I/O 2013. I'm Louis Gray from Google Developers Live, and my guest right now is Nicolas Garnier.
Hi, Louis.
On the Drive team. He comes to us from Zurich, Switzerland. So that's quite the trip. Definitely appreciate you coming by. And today we're here to talk about the first year of Google Drive. It's hard to imagine it's only been 1 year, but it came out last year. Last time we were here, we were talking about docs and spreadsheets, and each piece in its own little slot. This is Chrome OS every day.
Yeah.
I want to have the ability to get into image editing, get really deep into it, do the cropping and all those things that you would do typically with a native desktop application. It's been great to see the integration with Drive there, where you can take content that is stored in Drive and pass it right through a system like that. Now, we have only a couple minutes. I definitely wanted to say thank you very much for coming through and talking with us about Drive and giving us an update on the 12 months of advancements that have happened.
Thanks for hosting me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming on GDL at I/O. For those of you on the live stream, we're going to cut over to the sessions momentarily. And when we come back to GDL at I/O, I'll be joined with the team working on games, which were all announced this morning, as you have incredible demos coming up.
All right, thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ilya Grigorik. I'm a developer advocate with the Make the Web Fast team at Google. And one of the projects we have is the PageSpeed family of products that can help you both automate web performance and also give you insights about what are the kinds of things you can do to improve the performance of your applications. So first of all, why do we need this? Why does web performance matter? I think it's important to start at the beginning and kind of motivate the use case. So first of all, as you saw it during the keynote, the web of today, the things that we're building on the web are much more ambitious, they're more powerful, they're more complex in many ways, and speed is a future. We're increasingly hearing this from our partners that are connecting performance to bottom line things like revenue and engagement, user. All right, thanks guys. And if you have more questions, as I mentioned, please come by our Chrome area and ask us about it.
Hi there, I'm Daniel Seberg with Google Developers Live here at I/O 2013, and I am joined right now by a couple of gentlemen from the Google Play Games team, I want to say, if that's accurate. Lead PM Greg Hartrell and PM Duncan Curtis. Thank you both for joining us here.
Thanks for having us, Dan. Happy to be
So
here.
let's start by talking about what Hugo announced today, Hugo Barra, when he was up on stage, talking about were some of them almost starting up in a way looking at this opportunity? Or
The truth is that it's actually been a really healthy mix. We've been working with developers like Glue and Gameloft, right, who have some fantastic, really, rich experiences that, you really feel like when you play them on a tablet or some high definition experience. But then, Duncan brought up titles like World of Goo, and, we have, titles like Mega Jump that launched today. I think the other one that we were playing around the office was Plague Inc.
Play Games was really good. Yeah, we've been playing Virtual Families 2 as well. We've been playing a lot of these games.
Be honest, that's all you guys do all day long is just to play games, right?
It's hard.
You must know how we survive on a normal day.
Somebody has to do it.
Right. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah. Anything else you guys wanted to mention while we've got you here?
No, I think it really just comes down to we're really excited to see our partners launch their games today and create some of the fantastic gaming experiences they have, hearing their feedback around what game services provided them, giving them opportunities to engage players, retain them, build discovery mechanisms for them to get their games known, and then frankly just having fantastic experiences that players are going to know and love for many months and years.
Sure.
This is just the start.
So if this is a race, I mean, we're going back to the car race then. We've just gone off the
Literally
start line,
just
really?
gone off the start line.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see what's going to come out of all of this.
As are we.
All right. Well, Greg and Duncan, thank you both for joining us here. We really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Daniel.
That's going to do it for us here at Google Developers Live for now. Hang tight because we are going to be right back to talk about cloud. Guys, thanks again for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Google Developers Live at I/O. This is our last session on the evening for day one. Louis Gray here with my co-moderator Daniel Seberg, who has returned. Thank you very much.
Happy to be here.
And Greg DiMichele from the Cloud Platform team. He's Director of Product Management on Cloud.
Hey, guys.
And Cloud has had a really solid update here at Google I/O. A lot of good information. And so we want to take this time at the end of day one to really walk through those updates and understand from you what's going on with Cloud at Google and what do people need to know?
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, it was a pretty big day for YouTube. We talked to some folks about Drive, Google+, and of course Maps. So we're going to bring all of that to you tomorrow.
Absolutely. So we're going to run through those Sandbox partners, and we have a really special treat. We're going to have Bradley Horowitz from Google+ to do a deep dive around lunchtime tomorrow for those of you on the Pacific side. So welcome you coming back and talking GDL at I/O. In the meantime, subscribe to Google Developers on YouTube. You won't miss a single thing from us throughout the year. And check us out at developers.google.com/live. We'll see you tomorrow morning.